then you know yourself. I know you better than you know yourself. I think I know you better than you know yourself. But I think you know me too. You know me too. Yes, you do. You know me too. You seem to know exactly what I would do, and you have to admit that the world has gone crazy, and everyone has become so fucking lazy about caring for each other. Lazy about caring for one another. Lazy about caring for each other. I think I know you better than you know yourself. I know you better than you know yourself. I know you better than you know yourself. But I think you know me too. Yes, you do. You know me too. You know me too. You know me too. Yes, you do. You know me too. You can't ignore what's happening anymore. You can't ignore anymore. You can't ignore what's happening anymore. You can't ignore anymore. You can try, but it ain't gonna do you any good. You're alone in this one crowd. There's only very few of us here now who can still tolerate you. And we can't even take it anymore. Now we're leaving out the door as your fears begin to manifest themselves. Your fears begin to manifest themselves. Your fears begin to manifest themselves. It can kill you in the end. You no longer can pretend, my friend. And now there's an elephant in the room that's concerned you. There's an elephant in the room you have yet to even mention. Your nemesis, your fears have manifested. What you have not addressed, this elephant in the room. If it's going to be you or him, your nemesis, well, you still have not addressed the fears of manifesting. The nemesis, the elephant in the room, you still have not addressed the elephant in the room. pet elephant. Is this your elephant, sir? What elephant? The elephant in the room. Is that yours? I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. You must have lost your mind, boy. No, there's an elephant right there next to you in the room. Okay, whatever you say there, buddy. Crazy. Going crazy, I tell you. There's an elephant in the room. You think I would notice that elephant in here? This guy's lost his mind. Inside the middle of our lives, here we are. Inside the middle of our lives, here we are. Inside the middle of our lives, in this moment that will never end. First we begin by opening our eyes. First we begin by opening our eyes. Unaware of our vocation, please don't argue again. In this one you'll never win. No one wins. Do you think you know what we're doing here? You think you know what we're doing here? How could you really know if you weren't here first? How could you really know? There's a universe you're seeing this whole reality in reverse. The inverse universe has traveled back and now we've led ourselves in circles, winding up where we began again. Winding up where we began again. We're always winding up here where we began again and again and again and again and again. And I don't really care what people might say. I already know what they're gonna say anyway, and what they're thinking is just good enough for me. What you're thinking It's good enough for me. It's good enough for me. Good enough for me. What you're thinking is just good enough for me. And can't you see? It wasn't up to me. Can't you see? This is what it means to be free. What it means to be free. No one ever really makes or breaks any rules. No one breaks any rules. They just think they do. But it's all about who's fooling who. No one really makes, no one really breaks any rules. They just think they do. But it's all about who's fooling who. And who are you? No one really makes, no one really breaks any rules. They just think they do. And between every line, you'll always seem to find some scheme, some controlling scheme that's been dreamed up by someone else to control your very soul, to control your very soul. You better know control of your own soul. You better know control of your own soul. No control of your own soul. No control of your own soul. No control of your own soul. they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many poor boys. Lord, I know I'm one. I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans, in New Orleans. Now the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk. And the only time he's satisfied is when he's on a drunk. He's on a drunk. He's on a drunk. Now, mothers, tell your children not to do what I've done. I'm going back to New Orleans to join the rising sun, the rising sun, the rising sun. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many poor boys. Lord, I know I'm one. I know I'm one. I know I'm one. All the years combined, they melt into a dream. A broken angel sings from a guitar. In the end, you'll hear that song. Come crying like the wind down every lonely street. Stella Blue. All the cards are down. There's nothing left to see. There's just the pavement there and vanished years and broken dreams. In the end you'll hear that song. Come crying like the wind down every lonely street that's ever been. Stella Blue. Stella Blue. Stella Blue. I've stayed in every blue light cheap hotel. Can't win for trying. Dust off those rusty strings just one more time. Gonna make 'em shine. I'm gonna make 'em shine. And it all rolls into one. Nothing comes for free. There's nothing you can hold for very long. In the end you'll hear that song. Come crying like the night. But it seems like all this life was just a dream. Stella Blue. Stella Blue. Stella Blue. Stella Blue. Stella Blue. So the world didn't end. There was no rapture. Nobody was captured or released. There was no rapture. But somebody may have ruptured their spleen. Who knows? But do you know what I mean? There was no rapture, and these claims have been made to the extent where people trusted it so firmly they must have lost some faith today. I hope that's not the case though. But they said the rapture was going to rapture them away today. Today has come and gone. No one was raptured. rapture didn't come, maybe you'll just have to fend for yourself like the rest of us. That wasn't a song. It was just a observational music. I observe it, I sing it, and then it's gone. So it can't be classified as a song because then it would have to be repeatable, which it isn't. Songs have to be repeatable, and countries have to have boundaries. A country has to have a known boundary before it can be a country, which is why Israel will never be a country, because they refuse to declare any boundaries, as in they're expanding gradually, or ever so slightly. Started off small and it's gotten bigger and bigger and it's getting bigger. A lot of bloodshed. It's a terrible thing to behold. But all I know about it is what I see on TV, so you take that with a grain of salt. You know what? When people say take it with a truckload of salt, you know what they're saying? They're saying you better take this pretty seriously. Because a truckload of salt is a serious situation. Like if someone dumped a grain of salt on you, you know, it's like no thing. They might as well have not, you know, it's like neither here nor there kind of thing, you know. But if someone dumps a truckload of salt on you, you're in bad shape. You might even die. So when someone says take this with a truckload of salt, be like, whoa, this guy's about to say something pretty serious. You know what I'm saying? So if you think that saying take it with a truckload of salt is actually like saying like, this is really difficult. This is totally lame. This is like even less believable than a grain of salt would be. This is a truckload of salt. No, you're not. You got the whole figure of speech all confused. And it just goes to show how much you really think this shit through. A critically thinking person would understand that take this with a grain of salt. What that means is that, like, take it with a grain of salt. Like, you know, if the doctor said, here's your medicine, take it every day with a grain of salt. You know, after a couple of days of doing that, you'd be like, whatever. You'd still take your medicine, but you wouldn't. The grain of salt, you'd be like, oh, whoops, I forgot the grain of salt. Oh, big fucking deal, you know? Give me a break. But, like, if the doctor said, here, take this with a truckload of salt, you'd be like, oh, fuck. How the fuck am I going to do that? You got to be kidding me. That's a serious situation. That ain't no, like, fucking... That's nothing to take lightly. You know, that's why it's good to hang out with Dr. Bass, you know, sit through all the boring music because I'll spout some really important information, you know. You have to just be patient. If someone ever tells you to take it with a truckload of salt, now you know what to tell them. Be like, oh shit, this is pretty serious and it's probably true. No. A truckload of salt means it's probably really not true. No, you got that all wrong. You're saying all backwards. What you mean to say is take it with a fraction of a grain of salt, if it's even less believable than a grain of salt would be. Because what we're talking about minutia here. So there's stuff that's like you could either take it or leave it, or it's just like it's neither here nor there. Like if someone threw a grain of salt at you, you'd be like, oh, you know, you wouldn't notice. But if someone threw a truckload of salt at you, I mean, you might die. You know, it's like a situation that's real. And so that's what, when you're saying take it with a truckload of salt, what you're saying is like, this is real, this is true. But people don't use that phrase like that. I've heard people say that several times. Take it with a truckload of salt. I'm like, what? What do you mean? So it's true? But what they mean when they say that is, I mean, this is really not true. I mean, you might say this is like, take it with a grain of salt. This is probably not true. Take it with a truckload of salt. They're thinking this is really not true. But what I'm thinking is when I hear a truckload of salt, like, well, that's a serious situation. It's probably true. So you got your figure of speech all tangled up and confused. You know, when you try to like embellish on a cliche or like try to make it even more fancy, or like you just ruined it. When someone says take it with a grain of salt, what they're saying is like you can, it's like not that important or whatever. You could take it or leave it, or it's neither here nor there. Like, where'd that grain of salt go? I don't know. Someone throws a grain of salt at you, it's like, it's assault and battery. You got assaulted with a grain of salt. Someone assaulted me. Really? Yeah, they put a grain of salt on me. Oh, you've been assaulted? You've been assaulted? Battery? Like, why do they call it battery? Someone stole my energy. They're getting charged with battery. Someone stole my power. Assault and battery. Assault and battering. That's what it should be. Assault and battering. One thing I've noticed, the more money you give NASA, the more rinky-dink they get. I mean, it almost appears to be low budget. But $80 million a day is an awful lot to pay to get such a cheesy presentation of their International Space Station. They do their spacewalks. I think they're in a swimming pool on Earth, because they get those bubbles in space. Bubbles in space. You can see the duper's look of delight on their face. Oh, they do the science of deception. Oh, for shame. They got a lot of hairspray. You gotta use a lot of hairspray to make your hair look that way. That's a hair don't. They do the science of somersaults. Somersault science. But the more money you shovel at NASA, the more rinky-dink they get. It almost appears to be low budget. But $80 million a day, you think you'd have more to say for yourself? We do the science. We got lots of science to do. We do science up here. We do science. A lot of science. We do lots of science. Did we mention all the science we have to do? There's plenty of it. Got to get back to the science. It's nice talking to you. I got some science to do. You're giving me a science headache. Too much science with not enough. There's nothing there. There's no there to sink my teeth into. You don't give me anything with any substance to think about. Every NASA interview I've seen has left much to be desired. Like, why are you hanging from a wire? That's why they only let third graders interview them. Once you're older than 8 years old, you might ask a real question. Their answer will leave you guessing. It got windy all of a sudden. They do the science of deception. Oh, for shame. Okay, wind chimes, play your song. What key are you in? Ding dong, ding dong. I once knew a man named Ding Dong. He was from Hong Kong. Ding Dong came from Hong Kong. He used to play a mean game of ping pong. So mean we used to call him King Kong. I sing a song about a man named Ding Dong. Ding Dong came from Hong Kong. Well, I once knew a man named Ding Dong. Ding Dong, Dicky Dicky Doo-Dah Day. Ding Dong came from Hong Kong. Hong Kong, hickey hickey hoo-ha hey. He played a mean game of ping pong. Used to call him King Kong. Ding Dong, Dicky Doo-Dah Day. Sing a song about a man named Ding Dong, Ding Dong, Dicky Doo-Dah Day. Well, I once knew a man named Ding Dong, and Ding Dong, Dicky Dicky Doo-Dah Day. Ding Dong came from Hong Kong, Hong Kong, hickey hickey hoo-ha hey. True story. True story. Can't make this shit up. Ding dong, dicky dicky doo-dah day. When I was just a little young boy, Papa said, son, you'll never get that far. Tell you the reason if you want to know. 'Cause child, how does it go? 'Cause child, see, I'll get it. When I was just a little young boy, Papa said, son, you'll never get far. Tell you the reason if you want to know. 'Cause child of mine, it really isn't very far to go. It really isn't very far to go. That's it. Down to, no, let's see. When I was just a little young boy, Papa said, son, you'll never get far. Tell you the reason if you want to know. 'Cause child of mine, there really isn't very far to go. Baby wants a gold diamond ring. She wants it more than most any old thing. Down to the jewelry store, packing a gun. No, what is it? I don't know, whatever. I'll take this one, and then he robs a jewelry store, and it's a long story. But I don't remember. Well, you know, son, you just can't figure. First thing you know, you're gonna pull that trigger. He kills the jewelry store guy. Because he had a bad upbringing. His dad told him he was never gonna get very far. impervious to the wind chimes as they clang around and do their best to distract me, and I'm just acting like I don't even notice the fact that the song that I'm singing is going nowhere, and it is starting to get old. Anyways, that was that song. Somebody call 911. We've done set the world stage on fire. Somebody call 911. We've done set the world stage on fire. They want you to call up a fire department quick, so they can quickly put this flame out. If it burns down their world stage, their whole game is out of luck. They gotta keep the greatest show on earth just cooking along. Can't stop now, they're in midstream. It's like a bad dream that we can't wake from. It's like a bad dream we see created. Deliberately we see the whole world going up in a shitstorm. And why don't any of our leaders come and try to warn you? And is it going to rain in time to put out all these flames? It's like a thing that has no name, which is why it left as quickly as it came. All alone at the end of the evening, the bright lights are fading to blue. I was thinking about a woman who might have loved me that I never knew. You know I've always can't seem to settle down. The dreams I've seen lately, they keep on turning out and turning out and turning out the same. So put me on a highway, show me a sign, and take it to the limit one more time. But you can spend all your time making money. You can spend all your love making time. But if it all falls to pieces tomorrow, would you still be mine? You're looking for your freedom. Nobody seems to care. You can't find the door. You can't find it anywhere. You got nothing to believe in. And still you're turning back, burning back, turning back for more. Put me on a highway, show me a sign, take it to the limit one more time. Put me on a highway, show me a sign, and take it to the limit one more time. Take it to the limit, baby. Take it to the limit. Take it to the limit one more time. Take it, baby, take it. Take. You're taking it to the limit one more time. Look at you go. You're really taking it to the limit. You're taking it to the limit, now you're gone. Take, take it to the limit, baby, one more time. Maybe this will be the last time, baby. I don't know what came over you. You just took it to the limit, now you're gone. Oh, look at you go. You're really taking it to the limit. You take it to the limit one more time. Ooh, baby, what came over you? Taking it to the limit, now you're gone. Ooh, I'm gonna miss you, baby. Look at you go. You're taking it to the limit all the way home. Take it, baby, take it. Take it to the limit. And take it to the limit one more time. Ooh, baby. Damn. You really took it to the limit. Just taking it to the limit one more time. Alright, let me go to bed before my house blows down. Okay, I gotta tell you a joke. In a snake race, how do the judges rate a snake's movement in a race? How do they rate their racing skills? Tell me, how does a snake's movement get rated in a snake race? On a sliding scale? You better leave a comment in the comment